I stand in awe of it all the time. The composting process itself, unbelievable. I look inside the box and you get down into what actually happens. So simple, yet so complex. I get really pumped on that kind of stuff. The moisture's in good shape, that's what's really nice. It smells great. Well, like I said, we were green before green was cool.
Dwayne and Chuck Wilson were very, very highly thought of in the industry. I mean, you can ask any composter in the United States about A1 Organics, and they know Dwayne and Chuck.
Dwayne Wilson was the patriarch of our company. It was a farming operation, a lamb feeding operation. Lambs make manure, and they had a problem with the manure and how to use it. He had set up a composting operation to reduce the volume and make a stable product out of the manure.
A1's always been a family-owned business that really took a problem and turned it into a solution.
They just had the foresight to see, and they had the courage to go forward with what they felt was the right thing to do.
So A1 Organics is an organics recycler. We recycle over 425,000 tons of a material a year. That is a lot of material.
We found that almost 50% of what people throw away from their households is organic material.
Once it gets here, we're gonna shred it, make it smaller, and then we're gonna add that into a composting pile. We let that sit for up to 90 days. Of course, we're gonna process it, we're gonna turn it, we're gonna add oxygen to it. And then once it's broken down, you bring that back to the garden or to the farm or to your home, and you're putting that back down on the ground exactly where it came from.
And the difficult thing about it is you're going to have different moisture contents, different solid contents, different volumes in each one of the loads, and the guys are basically chefs without recipes. They know where they want to end up, and they know by the feel and the look of the product that they're blending and mixing whether or not they're on the right track with it. And that's pure experience, pure experience.
At the end, next mine is gonna be 42 years work for A1. I love my job. I love the people surround A1, and it's a big reason to be here.
One of the biggest assets A1 Organics has is our employees.
They're problem solvers. You find good people. People are more important than any of to me.
Everybody needs to know that what they're doing is important and that they do count.
If you have people and you invest in your people and you let them know, they'll produce, and they're all part of the family. It's a family.
It's one of the few pictures we still have of Dwayne
Chuck?
in the business.
Yeah.
Should miss him.
We lost Dwayne about 5 years ago in August, and then the following April, Chuck passed away unexpectedly.
We're dedicated to making sure that A1 doesn't end at this generation, that it becomes a fifth, a sixth, a seventh generation family company. That's how important this family is to me.
Because of the lack of rain we had a recorded 4.03 inches of rain from January 1st to June 30th.
Wow, that's it.
And that includes snow.
Saving water in Colorado is extremely important. We are in a drought right now, a large Colorado drought.
And no rain, no nothing. And that's why we got all this dust. As a society worldwide, we've stripped our topsoils, we put pavement down. Our soils are dead. With composting, what we try to do is to get back to nature.
Organics is a natural resource. This is a natural material that can provide so many amazing benefits back to the environment.
So when you put organic material in a landfill, you basically entomb it. You cut off light, you cut off some air, and you cut off some moisture. And so the material in that situation degrades anaerobically, which means as it degrades, it creates methane, which is a very potent greenhouse gas. On the flip side, if you put that organic material into the composting system, you add moisture, you add air, you let it have light, it really starts to degrade in a more natural way. It doesn't create the methane gas, and what you get is a very nutrient-dense, condensed soil amendment.
The need for diversion and recycling only gets bigger every year, especially in a state like Colorado.
Climate has changed forever. Man's impact on it, you can debate what impact it has or it doesn't, but climate changes.
So our mission is to be the organic waste solution for a more sustainable Colorado.
So I take the approach that, look, why would I want to pollute? There's no value in that. So if I can help keep carbon dioxide out of the air or methane out of the air, That's an improvement. So I don't like getting into the political side of it. It's just common sense.
The value of compost is just, it's amazing. You're gonna retain an additional 100 gallons of water in your soil from a cubic yard of compost that's applied to that soil. So you have to water less, be more efficient. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna save you money in the long run.
When you put compost in the ground, it kind of like kickstarts this process of bringing carbon down from the atmosphere and storing it in the soil.
That could be equivalent to maybe one commute for maybe 40 miles. That's the impact. You just did that to your lawn and you kind of offset some of the carbon impact from your car.
If we can get to a place economically where farmers can use more and more organic matter, then they've got the ability to move away from chemical fertilizers, get the same type of nutrients with better organic matter into their soil. In the end, we'll all be better off.
We could never get to 425,000 tons a year if it wasn't for each and every individual that's making the commitment and the choice to divert these materials and bring it to us instead of sending it to the landfill.
I'm so blessed to have 26,000 customers who have opted in to this program and are paying for it for no other reason than it's the right thing to do.
We have been a steward of the land, and that's a huge purpose for us. That's a huge mission for us. And that made me really proud to be involved with something that we're looking towards the future. We're taking care of generations to come. We're preparing them for a better world and a better life.
We want to bring people together. When it's about you, it doesn't work. If you serve to be served, you'll benefit. I mean, that's a principle I wish the whole world would understand.